So this song is called Tim Finnegan's Wake. Tim Finnegan lived in Walking Street, a gentle Irishman, mighty odd. He'd a beautiful brogue, bro, so rich and sweet, and to rise in the world he carried a hod. You see, he'd sort of the tippler's way, with a love of the liquor poor Tim was born, to help him out with his work each day. He'd a drop of the crater every morn. Whack ballad and now dance to your partner, welt the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. One morning Tim was rather full. His head was heavy, which made him shake. He fell from the ladder and he broke his skull, and they carried him home his corpse to wake. They rolled him up in a nice clean sheet and laid him out upon the bed, with a gallon of whiskey at his feet and a barrel of porter at his head. Whack ballad and now dance to your partner, welt the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. His friends assembled at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. First they brought in tea and cake, then pipes, tobacco and whiskey punch. Biddy O'Brien began to cry, such a nice clean corpse did you ever see? Tim Mavourneen, why did you die? Arrah, hold your gob, said Paddy McGee. Whack ballad and now dance to your partner, welt the floor your fratters shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Then Maggie O'Connor took up the job. Oh, Biddy, says she, you're wrong, I'm sure. Biddy gave her a belt in the gob and left her sprawling on the floor. 'Twas woman to woman and man to man, shillelagh law was all the rage, and a row and a ruction, oh, the boar did soon engage, and a row and a ruction soon began. Whack ballad and now dance to your partner, welt the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Then Mickey Maloney raised his head when a noggin of whiskey flew at him. It missed, and falling on the bed, the liquor scattered over Tim. Tim revives, see how he rises, Timothy rising from the bed. Then whirl your whiskey around like blazes, Tullamon Doyle, did you think I'm dead? Whack ballad and now dance to your partner, welt the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake.
There's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why. For it never should be there at all. With such power in your smile, sure stone be a guile. So there's never a teardrop should fall. When your sweet lilting laughter's like some fairy song, and your eyes twinkle bright as can be, you should laugh all the while, and now smile a smile for me. When Irish eyes of the love in your heart, and it makes even sunshine more bright, like the endless sweet song crooning all day long. Comes your laughter so tender and light, for the springtime of life is the sweetest of all. There is ne'er a real care or regret, and while springtime is ours through all of youth hours, let us smile each chance we get. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like the morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away.
However, it's the only one I know. So here we go. It's called The Friggin' Falcon. One day when I was walking by the friggin' reservoir, wishing for the friggin' quid to pay my friggin' score, my head it was aching and my throat was parched and dry, so I went and sent a little prayer, riggin' to the sky. Then there came a friggin' falcon and he walked upon the waves, and I cried a friggin' miracle and sang a couple staves of a friggin' churchy ballad held at me mother's knee. But when the friggin' bird took flight, he went and spattered me. Then I fell upon my friggin' knees and bowed my friggin' head and said 3 friggin' aves for all the friggin' dead. And then I got back to my feet and said another 10. The friggin' bird burst into flame and spattered me again. And the burning bird hung in the sky just like a shooting sun, and seared my friggin' eyelids shut, and when the job was done, the friggin' bird flashed across the sky just like a shooting star. I went to tell the friggin' priest, he burned my last cigar. I told him of the flaming bird, he told me of the rose. I showed him guano in my hair, the bastard held his nose. So I went to see the bishop, but the friggin' bishop said, go home and sleep it off your sod and wash your friggin' head. Then I came upon a friggin' wake for a lousy friggin' swine by the name of Jock O'Leary, and I touched his head with mine. He sat up in his wooden box and raised his friggin' head. His wife pulled out a 44 and filled him full of lead. And then I lost me temper and I started in to yell, blow one more hole and pour out Jock and I'll see you burn in hell. And then I raised him up again and brought him back to life. Jock whimpered as his head came off, this time she used a knife. Then she fell upon her knees and started in to pray. It's 40 years, oh Lord, she said, I've waited for this day. Still I went about the friggin' town to heal the halt and lame, but every time I raised them up, they got knocked down again. Now the Lord sends down his blessings in a friggin' curious way, and when there's marked the man for love, that love is here to stay. But the way you've got to use that love is a friggin' queer affair. There ain't no poison raising stiffs, there ain't no point in prayer. And this I know because I have an ever-flowing sign. For every time I wash my head, the water turns to wine. And I feel sweet to working blokes to brighten up their lives, so they don't keep no dogs around nor beat upon their wives. 'Cause there ain't no use to miracles like walking on the sea. They crucified the Son of God, but they don't muck with me. 'Cause I leave the friggin' blind alone, the dying and the dead. But every day at 4 o'clock I wash my friggin' head.
I'm a rolling stone, all alone and lost. For a life of sin, I have paid the cost. When I pass by, all the people say, just another guy on the lost highway. Just a deck of cards and a jug of wine, and a woman's lies make a life like mine. On the day we met, I went astray. I started rolling down that lost highway. I was just a lad, nearly 22, neither good nor bad, just a kid like you. And now I'm lost, way too late to pray. Lord, I paid the cost on the lost highway. Now boys, don't start to rambling round on this road of sin, or you're sorrow bound. Take my advice, or you'll curse the day you started rolling down that lost highway. I'm a rolling stone, all alone and lost. For a life of sin, you know I've paid the cost. When I pass by, all the people say, he's just another guy on the lost highway. He's just another guy on the lost highway.
as I was a-going over the Carry Mountains. I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol and then produced me rapier, saying, stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver, musha ring-um durum da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. I put it in me pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me, but the devil take the women, for they never can be easy. Musha ring-a-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went unto my chamber, all for to take a slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder. But Jenny drew me charges, and filled them up with water, then sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Musha ring-a-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. 'Twas early in the morning, for I was dressed to travel. Up comes a band of footmen, and likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced me pistol, for she'd stolen away me rapier. I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Musha ring-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. If anyone can aid me, 'tis me brother in the army. If I can find a station in Cork or in Killarney, and if he'll go with me, we'll go roving through Kilkenny, and I'm sure he'll treat me better than me darling sporting Jenny. Musha ring-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. There's some that take delight in the carriages a-rolling, and others take delight in the hurley and the bowling. But I take delight in the juice of the barley, and courting pretty fair maids in the morning bright and early. Musha ring-dum-a-doo-dum-da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Musha ring-dum-a-doo-dum-da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
It's Danny Boy, needless to say. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you, must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or all the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. When the winters come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead, as dead I well may be. You'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. But I shall hear, though soft you tread above me, and all my grave shall warmer, sweeter be. And you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. Oh, Danny boy, the stream flows cool and slowly, and the pipes still call and echo across the glen. Your broken mother sighs and feels so lonely, for you have not returned to smile again. So if you've died and crossed the stream before us, we pray that angels met you on the shore, and you'll look down and gently you'll implore us to live so we may see your smiling face once more. Danny boy.
Over in Killarney, not many years ago, my mother sang a song to me in tones so sweet and low. A simple little ditty in a good old Irish way, and I'd give the world if she could sing that song to me today. Turaluralura, turaluraline, turaluralura. Hush, now don't you cry. Turaluralura, turaluraline, turaluralura. That's an Irish lullaby. Often dreams I wander to that cot again. I feel her arms a-hugging me as when she held me then. And I hear her voice a-humming to me as in days of yore, when she used to rock me fast asleep outside the cabin door. Turaluralura, turaluraline, turaluralura. Now hush, now don't you cry. Turaluralura, turaluraline, turaluralura. That's an Irish lullaby. Turaluralura, that's an Irish lullaby.
I usually like to do these things in D flat. I'm going to drop it down to C. Figure out how to do it now. I fought came to my mind today. Had to ask you, dear, if you would join me for a walk to a spot not far from here, to a spot where you and I first met, and all our dreams came through under sleeping airy shady veil. Gave my heart to you. Will you walk with me once more to a place we've been before? While strolling down together, we can pick and roll in heather. While walking hand in hand, we'll call it was so grand, looking out over Loch Allen on the lovely Leitrim shore. Key change. So thinking of fond memories, we started out from town. Birds were singing in the trees as we went walking down to a shore where you and I first met. Dreams that came true. You looked into me eyes and smiled, said these words to you. Will you walk with me once more to the place we've been before? While strolling down together, we can pick and roll in heather, and walking hand in hand, recall it was so grand, looking out over Loch Allen on that lovely Leitrim shore. Will you walk with me once more to the place we've been before? Strolling down together, we can pick and roll in heather, walking hand in hand, recall it was so grand, looking out over Loch Allen on that lovely Leitrim shore.
In 1841 I put my corduroy breeches on, put my corduroy breeches on and worked upon the railway. Fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, to work upon the railway. In 1842 I left the old one for the new, much of the luck that brought me to work upon the railway. Fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, to work upon the railway. In 1843 'twas then I met sweet Millie, elegant wife she'd been to me, working on the railway. Fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, to work upon the railway. It's Pat do this and Pat do that, without a stocking or a cravat, nothing but an old straw hat, but Pat worked on the railway. Fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, to work upon the railway. In 1846 they pelted me with stones and bricks, I was in a hell of a fix working on the railway. Fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, to work upon the railway. In 1847 sweet Minnie McGee, she went to heaven, she left one kid, she left 11 to work upon the railway. Fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, fill me ody ody ay, returning with gold in great store. And I never will play the wild rover no more. It's no, they never, no, they never no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. Well, I went in an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money's all spent. And I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I didn't get any day. And it's no, they never, no, they never no more. I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. Reached me hand in me pocket, pulled out sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I got whiskey, and the beers are the best, and the words I just told you were spoken in jest. And it's no, they never, no, they never no more. I play the wild rover, no, never no more. Going home to me parents, tell them what I've done, and I'll ask that they'll pardon their prodigal son. And if they forgive me, as oft time before, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, they never, no, they never no more. I play the wild rover, no, never no more. It's no, they never, no, they never no more. I play the wild rover, oh, never no more.
I was hoping nobody would sing it. It's called Spancil Hill, and it was written by Michael Considine, and this was in late 1800s. He lived from 1850 to 1873, so he died when he was 23. And he left Ireland and went to America because it was a potato famine and everybody was dying. And he sent this back just before he died to a relation that kept it. And lots of people have sung it, changed the words a bit, shortened it a bit. So I haven't put all the verses in because it's very long. But I've tried to keep his words in it because there's a part where his girlfriend says, Johnny, I still love you, and it's Mike, and that's his name. So I've put it back to Mike because it's his song. And I'm trying to remember it now. Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind's been bent on rambling, to Ireland I did fly. I stepped aboard a vision, and I sailed out with a will, and I quickly came to anchor at the cross in Spencer Hill. 'Twas on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters and friends assembled there. The young, the old, the brave, the bold, their duty to fulfill. At the parish church in Cluny, a mile from Spancil Hill, delighted by the novelty, enchanted by the scene, wherein my early boyhood thought I heard a murmur, I think I hear it still. It's a little stream of water that flows down Spencer Hill. To amuse a passing fancy, I lay down on the ground, and all my school companions, they shortly gathered round. Some had grown to manhood, while more their graves did fill. Oh, I thought we were all young again at the cross at Spencer Hill. I called to see my neighbours, to hear what they might say. The old were getting feeble, the young ones turning grey. But I met the tailor quickly, he's bold as ever still. He used to mend my breeches when I lived at Spencer Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's pure as any lily, gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, saying, Mike, I love you still. She is Mac, the ranger's daughter, and the pride of Spencer Hill. I thought I stooped to kiss her, as in the days of yore. Says she, you're only joking, as you often were before. And the cock he crew in the morning, he crew both loud and shrill. And I awoke in California, many miles from Spencer Hill.
Okay. You first.
On the banks of the roses, me love and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, oh, Johnny, lovely Johnny, don't you leave me. When I was a young boy, I heard my father say that he'd rather see me dead and buried in the clay sooner than be married to any runaway. Why, the lovely sweet banks of the roses. Well, then I am no runaway, and soon I'll let them know that I can take a bottle oak and leave it alone. If a daddy doesn't like it, she can keep his daughter home, and young Johnny will go roving with some other. If ever I get married, it will be in the month of May, when the leaves they are green and the meadows they are gay, and me true love will sit and sport and play by the lovely sweet banks of the roses. On the banks of the roses, me love and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, oh, Johnny, lovely Johnny, honey, don't you leave me.
Song title.
Very sweet.
Thanks of the Roses. And
Thanks of the Roses. Thank you.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Kia. Oh, but everybody who knows it as the Paul Brady version of Arthur McBride, and he did not write it. And there's a very interesting story about it, an interesting article, which I'll not get into, but it was from the American Folklife Center and from the Library of Congress, and it was written by Stephen Winnick, who's a folklorist, and he used to be on WKCR, which is a radio station locally from Columbia that plays folk music. But anyhow, so I have to change guitars here. So it was actually came here via Mrs. Grover, who actually was born in Canada, but her forebears were from Ireland and Scotland, and it's apparently many hundreds of years old. Where can I put this? Let's see.
Oh, Debbie's changing, don't look.
All right. Because this is in the key of G. It's called
And the song
Arthur
title
McBride.
is?
Right, the song title is Arthur McBride. And if anyone is interested, is in G tuning on the guitar, which sounds like this. Okay, so let's see. What did I do with my pick?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'll find another.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Okay. So it's also known as Sergeant Arthur McBride and the Sergeant. At any rate, I will. Let's see if we can be in tune. Charming young of their own parades, when a trusty shillelagh came over their heads, and bade them take that as fair warning. As for their old rusty rapiers that hung by their side, we flung them as far as we could in the tide. Now take them out, devil, ride Arthur and let go ride, and temper their edge in the morning. And the little wee drummer, whoops, we flattened his plow, and we made a football of his rowdy dow. And threw it into the tide for the rock and to roll, and bade the tedious return. And we haven't no money to pay them off in cracks, and we paid no respect to the two bloody backs, for we lather them there like a pair of wet sacks, left them for dead in the morning. And so to conclude and to finish disputes, we obligingly asked if they wanted recruits, for we were the lads who'd give 'em a hard clout, and bid them look sharp in the morning. Oh, me Henry, cousin, Lord Arthur McBride, as we went a-walking down by the seaside. Now mark what did follow, and what did betide, in our Christmas
How are things in Glockamora? And no, I didn't. I didn't name it. So anyway, you remember Bing Crosby? How are things in Glockamora? Is that little brook still leaping there? Does it still run down to Donny Cove, through Killybegs, Kilkerry and Kildare? How are things in Glockamora? Is that willow tree still weeping there? Does that lassie with the twinkling eye come smiling by? And does she walk away sad and dreamy there, not to see me there? So I ask each weeping willow and each brook along the way, and each lass that comes a-sighing to her lay. How are things in Glockamora this fine day? How are things in Glockamora? Is that little brook still leaping there? Does it still run down to Donegal through Kellybegs, Kilcarry and Kildare? How are things in Glockamora? Is that willow tree still weeping there? Does that lassie with the twinkling eye come smiling by? And does she walk away sad and dreamy there, not to see me there? So I ask each weeping willow and each brook along the way, and each lass that comes a-sighing to her lay. How are things in Glockamora this fine day?
Molly dear, how did you hear the news that's going round? Down in a corner of my heart, a love is what you found. And every time I gaze into your Irish eyes so blue, they seem to whisper, darling boy, my love is all for you. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Acousla dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you're near. Springtime, you know is ring time. Come, dear, now don't be slow. Change your name, go out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh. Molly, dear, how did you hear? I furnished up the flat. 3 cozy rooms, a bath, and welcome on the mat. It's £5 down and 2 a week. We'll soon be out of debt. It's all complete except I haven't brought the cradle yet. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Acousla dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you are near. Springtime, you know is ring time. Come, dear, now don't be slow. Change your name, go out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh. Molly, dear, and did you hear what all the neighbors say about the 100 sovereigns you have safely stowed away? They say that's why I love you. Oh, but Molly, that's a shame. If you only had 20, if you only had 99, I'd love you just the same. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Acousla dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you are near. Of springtime, you know is ring time. Come, dear, now don't please slow. Oh, change your name, go out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh, one more time. Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Acousla dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you are near. Springtime, you know is ring time. Come near now, don't be slow. Oh, change your name, go out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh.
Very sweet song.
Oh, all the money that e'er I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, all the comrades that e'er I had are sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts that e'er I had would wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be with you all.
When I was a little bitty baby, my mama done rocked me in my cradle in them old cotton fields back home. It was back in Louisiana, just a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. Oh, them cotton fields got rotten, you can pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. When I was just a little bitty baby, my mama put me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. It was back in Louisiana, just a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. When I was just a little bitty baby, my mama's done rocked me in my cradle in them old cotton fields back home. It was back in Louisiana, just a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. Oh, when them cotton fields got rotten, you can pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home.
Ballad. A ballad of maid, I'll sing the song, tickety-tickety-tin. About a maid, I'll sing a song, who didn't have her family long. Not only did she do them wrong, but she did every one of them in. She did every one of them in. One morning in a fit of pique, Sing rickety-tickety-tin. One morning in a fit of pique, she drowned her father in the creek. The water tasted bad for a week, and we had to make do with gin. With gin. We had to make do with gin. Our mother, she could never stand. Sing rickety-tickety-tin. Our mother, she could never stand, and so a cyanide soup she planned. Her mother died with a spoon in her hand, and her face in a hideous grin. A grin, her face in a hideous grin. She weighted her brother down with stones. Sing rickety-tickety-tin. She weighted her brother down with stones and sent him off to Davy Jones. And all they ever found was some bones and occasional pieces of skin, occasional pieces of skin. She set our sister's hair on fire. Sing rickety-tickety-tin. She set her sister's hair on fire, and as the smoke and flames rose higher, she danced around the funeral pyre, playing her violin, playing her violin. One day when she had nothing to do, sing rickety-tickety-tin. One day when she had nothing to do, she cut her baby brother in two and served him up as an Irish stew, and invited the neighbors in, invited the neighbors in. And when at last the police came by, sing rickety-tickety-tin. And when at last the police came by, her foolish pranks she did not deny, for to do so she would have had to lie. And lying she knew was a sin, and lying she knew was a sin. My tragic tale I won't prolong, sing rickety-tickety-tin. My tragic tale I won't be long. And now if you did not enjoy my song, you've yourselves to blame if it was too long. You should never have let me begin. You should never have let me begin.
Is a Dublin tune, and they say that it probably originated in the 1870s or 1880s, and it was so popular, the melody was so popular that they eventually erected a statue around the character in this song on Grafton Street in Dublin, and it was eventually moved to Suffolk Street, where it still remains today. I saw it when we visited Dublin. So, and if you have the mad urge to sing along, you should sing along. My voice isn't really what it should be yet, but it's got a lot of great opportunities to sing and sing harmony.
Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled a wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Here's your part, here we go.
Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Was
was the fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before, and they all wheeled their barrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. 'Twas in Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled a wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Lower the boom in C, if you please. Clancy was a peaceful man, if you know what I mean. The cops picked up the pieces after Clancy left the scene. He never looked for trouble, that's a fact you can assume. But nevertheless, when trouble would press, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Boom, 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 boom. O'Leary was a fighting man, they all knew he was tough. He strutted round the neighborhood, just shooting off his guff. He picked a fight with Clancy then and there, he sealed his doom. Before you could shout, "O'Leary, look out!" Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Boom, 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 boom. Clancy left the barber shop with tonic on his hair. He walked into the pool room and he met O'Reilly there. O'Reilly says, "For goodness sake, now do I smell perfume?" Before you could stack your cue in a rack, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Boom, 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 boom. Mulrooney popped into the bar and ordered up a round. He left his drink to telephone and Clancy drank it down. Mulrooney says, who drunk me drink? I'll lay him in his tomb. Before you could pat the top of your hat, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Boom, 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 boom. O'Hallahan delivered ice to Mrs. Clancy's flat. He'd always linger for a while to talk of this and that. One day he kissed her just as Clancy walked into the room. Before you could say that time of the day, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Boom, 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 boom. The neighborhood turned out for Kate O'Grady's wedding night. Murphy says, let's have some fun, I think I'll start a fight. He wrecked the hall and kissed the bride and pulverized the groom. Before you could fling your arm in a sling, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that Clancy, oh, that Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom.
Any cash, but anyway, it's certainly about Ireland. I close my eyes and picture the emerald of the sea, from the fishing boats at Dingle to the shores of Donegal. I miss the River Shannon and the folks at Skibbereen, the moorlands and the meadow with their 40 shades of green. But most of all I miss a girl in Tipperary town, and most of all I miss her lips as soft as eider down. Again I want to see and do the things we've done and seen, where the breeze is sweet as Shalimar and there's 40 shades of green. I wish that I could spend an hour at Dublin's churning surf. I'd love to watch the farmers drain the bogs and spade the turf, to see again the thatching of the straw the women glean. I'd walk from Cork to Glan to see the 40 shades of green. But most of all I miss a girl in Tipperary town, and most of all I miss her lips as soft as eider down. Again I want to see and do the things we've done and seen, where the breeze is sweet as Shalimar and there's 40 shades of green. 40 shades of green.
Chickens in the garden. When first I come down Yorkshire, 'twas many years ago, I met with a little Yorkshire girl, and I want yous all to know that she was so blithe and buxom, so beautiful and gay. Now listen whilst I'll tell you what her daddy used to say. Da 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 da. Treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm, and when I die I'll leave you both me tidy little farm. Me cow, me pigs, me sheep, me goat, me stock, me fields and barn, and all the little chickens in the garden. Da 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 da. When first I went to court the girl, well, she was so awful shy. She never said a blooming word while other folks stood by. But as soon as we were on our own, she made me name the day. Now listen whilst I'll tell you what her daddy used to say. Da 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 da. So I wed the Yorkshire girl, so pleasing to my mind. I always did prove true to her, and she's proved true in kind. We had 3 bairns, they're growed up now, with a grandbairn on the way. And when I look into their eyes, I can hear her daddy say, oh, treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm. And when I die, I'll leave yous both my tidy little farm. My cow, me pigs, me sheep, me goat, me stocks, me field and barn, and all the little chickens in the garden. Chickens in the garden.
One more time around. Every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, every day it's a getting faster. Everyone says go ahead and ask her. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, Buddy O'Holly. Every day seems a little longer every way. Love's a little stronger, come my way. You ever long for true love from me? Every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey. It's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, love like yours will surely come my way. Every day, Buddy O'Holly.
Maybe she's Buffy St. Patrick in reality. I don't know. But the song is called Johnny Be Fair. Johnny be fair and Johnny be fine, and once before to wed I would marry Johnny, but my father up and said, I'm sad to tell you, daughter, what your mother never knew, but Johnny is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Well, Jimmy be fair and Jimmy be fine, and wants me for to wed, and I would marry Jimmy, but my father up and said, I'm sad to tell you, daughter, what your mother never knew, but Jimmy is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Billy be fair and Billy be fine, and wants me for to wed, and I would marry Billy, but my father up and said, I'm sad to tell you, daughter, what your mother never knew, but Billy too is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. You never seen a girl so sad and sorry as I was. The boys in town are all my kin, and my father is the cause. If life should thus continue, I would die a single miss, and so I'll go to mother and complain to her of this. Oh, daughter, haven't I taught you to forgive and to forget? And though your old man sown his oats, well, still you needn't fret. Your father may be father to all the boys in town, but still he's not the one who squired you, so marry whom you will.
Called Daughters and Sons. They wouldn't hear your music, and they pulled your paintings down. They wouldn't hear your writing, and they banned you from the town. They didn't stop you dreaming, and a victory you have won. You sow the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, your daughters and your sons. You sow the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons. Your weary smile, it proudly hides the chain marks on your hands, as you bravely strive to realize the rights of every man. And though your body's bent and low, a victory you have won. For you sow the seeds of justice in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, your daughters and your sons. You sow the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons. I don't know your religion. One day I heard you pray for a world when everyone can work and children they can play. And though you never got your share of the victories you have won, you sow the seeds of equality in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, your daughters and your sons. You sow the seeds of freedom, daughters and your sons. And they taunted you in Belfast and they tortured you in Spain, and in that Warsaw ghetto where they tied you up in chains, in Vietnam and in Chile where they came with tanks and guns. It's there you sowed the seeds of peace in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, your daughters and your sons. You sow the seeds of peace in your daughters and your sons. And now your music's playing and the writing's on the wall, and all the dreams you painted can be seen by one and all. Now you got them thinking and the future's just begun. You sow the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, your daughters and your sons. You sow the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, your daughters and your sons. You sow the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons.
This is written by Jack McAuliffe in 1930s, and apparently it was just a poem and somebody set it to music. I couldn't find out who wrote the music, but he went to visit Dunedin, the Cliffs of Dunedin, which is the title, and stayed with some people, and his last day he's supposed to have looked out of the window at the scene and written this poem, and somebody made it into a song. You may travel far, far from your own native land. Far away o'er the mountains, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, there's none to compare with the cliffs of Dunin. Take a view of the water, fine sights you will see. You'll see the high rocky slopes of the west coast of Clare. The towns of Kilkee and Gilrush can be seen from the high rocky slopes at the cliffs of Dooney. It's a nice place to be on a fine summer's day, watching all the wildflowers that never decay. The hare and the pheasant are plain to be seen, making homes for their young round the cliffs of Dooney. Very well to Dooney, very well for a while. And to all the fine people I'm leaving behind, to the streams and the meadows where late I have been, and the high rocky slopes of the cliffs of Dooney. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away all the mountains, far away all the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, there's none to compare with the cliffs of Dooney.
This is the star of the county down.
Ebbing breaks down in the county down one morning last July. Down the mooring green came the sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the crown of her dark brown hair. Such a winsome elf that I pinched myself for to see I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, there's no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, I scratched my head, and I looked with a feeling dread. And I says I to a passer-by, who's that maid with the nut brown hair? He smiled at me and he says to me, that's the gem of Ireland's crown. Young rose again from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. rust-colored crown, until smiling bright by my own firelight is the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, there's no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen. She's the star of the county down.
The high walls of Derry look so dismal and gray, and soldiers love the Johnny, he is now going away. He is going to Johnny's Island, some sweetheart to see. May the high powers above send him safe unto me. Around us they stood, where the oak and the apple ever he returns again, I will greet him with joy, and I will kiss the lips of my old Johnny boy.
And sometimes we even did this song, and this song is called The Mountains of Mourn. Oh Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with people here working by day and by night. Well, don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of 'em digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked 'em, that's what I was told. So I just tried my hand at this digging for gold. Still, for all that I found there, I might as well be where the mountains of Morin sweep down to the sea. I believe that when writing a wish you expressed to know how the fine ladies of London are dressed. Well, if you believe it, when asked to a ball, they don't wear any tops to their dresses at all. I've seen them myself, and you cannot in truth say whether they're bound for a ball or a bath. Don't be starting them fashions now, Mary Macree, where the mountains of Morin sweep down to the sea. Remember young Denny McLaren, of course. Well, he's over here at the head of the force. I met him last week as I passed through the Strand, and he stopped the whole street with one wave of his hand. And as we stood talking of days that are gone, the whole population of London looked on. Still, for all his great powers, he's wishful like me to be back where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. Sure, there's beautiful girls here, but never you mind, with beautiful shapes nature never designed, with lovely complexions all roses and cream. But let me remark, with regard to the same, that if at those roses you'd venture to sip, the colors shall all come away on your lip. So I'll wait for the wild rose that's waiting for me, where northern mountains of Morin sweep down to the sea. The mountain.
That was written in the United States, but was written by a true Irishman, Tommy Makem. At the time he wrote the song, he was living in New York, and he actually had a bar in New York, in Chelsea, and it was called Makem's, and they had live entertainment there also in that bar. And during that period of time that he wrote this song, and he has it on an album together with Liam Clancy, and it's called Rambles of Spring. There's a cold and wintry breeze blowing through the budding trees, and I've buttoned up my coat to keep me warm. But the days are on the mend, and I'm on the road again, with me fiddle snuggled close beneath my arm. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow, and my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. I'm as happy as a king when I catch a breath of spring, and the grass is turning green as winter ends, and the geese are on the wing, and the thrushes start to sing, and I'm headed down the road to see my friends. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow, and my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. I have friends in every town as I ramble up and down, making music at the markets and the fairs, to the Dumfries and the fiefs, and the farmers making deals, and the yellow-headed tinkers selling wares. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow, and my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. Here's a health to one and all, to the big and to the small, to the rich and poor alike, and friend and foe. And when we return again, may our foes have turned to friends, and may peace and joy be with you until then. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in me pocket for me bow, and my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble. I must go. I had to change keys in the middle because the chorus was
Ron, I'm in the key of C. Okay, this is a kind of a jug band. This became a popular jug band tune. Somebody sent me a video of Larry Campbell. I don't know if you're familiar with that name, but he's a wonderful musician who's around Nashville. And he was playing with, when Levon Helm was still alive, he would play with Levon Helm. And it was a video of them doing this tune. It's a tune called Deep Ellum Blues. And Deep Ellum apparently was a neighborhood, or is a neighborhood, in Dallas, Texas. And today it's got a lot of artists and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool and interesting and nice place with good restaurants. But back in the day, it was a dangerous neighborhood. It was a red light district, and a lot of funky things happened down there. And this sort of tells the story of that. So let's see if we can get through this piece. go down to Deep Ellum to have a little fun, better have your $15 when the policeman comes. Mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Once I had a sweetheart who meant the world to me, but she hung around Deep Ellum, she ain't what she used to be. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. When you go down to Deep Ellum, keep your money in your shoes, 'cause the women in Deep Ellum got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Let's play it, boys. When you go down to Deep Ellum, keep your money in your pants, 'cause the redheads in Deep Ellum never give a man a chance, no. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Well, friend, once I knew a preacher, preached the Bible through and through, but he went down in Deep Ellum, now his preaching days are through. Whoa! Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. You know, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. When you go down in Deep Ellum, keep your money in your socks, 'cause the women in Deep Ellum going to throw you on the rocks. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. When you go down to Deep Ellum, have a little fun, you best bring your $15 when the policeman comes. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. I said now, oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, Daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues.